How's it going? Joe Sanok here from Practice of the Practice. I hope you are doing awesome today. Hey, a common question that I get is how to give feedback to assistants, intake coordinators, other counselors, people that are working in your business that help you thrive and grow. But also, how do you do it? How do you do it in a way that's not jerky? How do you do it in a way that respects people's autonomy as a professional, while also recognizing that when you give something to someone to do, they don't always do it the way that you want them to. So let's start with the concept. What we wish would happen is that you could give someone a task to do and they would just do it perfect the first time, that they would ask questions if they get stuck, that they would follow up with you, that they would ask for feedback. That doesn't happen. And so when you are actually giving someone feedback, what you're doing is you are protecting them from themselves, where you're then saying, here is the boundary. I'm going to let you go just a little bit before you really screw things up. And you're also protecting yourself and your business as well, so that they don't get so far down the line that they've screwed something up within your business. So for example, if I hire an assistant, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with something that I think they can be successful with. I'm going to give them a small bite-sized kind of chew of that, and then I'm going to give them more and more and more over time, instead of giving them the whole keys to the kingdom from the first day. So let's talk about one model that's known in the business world. It's plan, do, check, adjust. And so this 4-part model is used throughout business in a number of different ways. So first, you're going to plan out a project, give as many details as you can. So plan, do, you're going to do it or have that person do it. You're going to then check back in, and then you're going to make adjustments. So if you start with talking to someone about how you're going to do plan, do, check, adjust, and you're going to keep going through that cycle, then feedback becomes a natural part of the conversation. So when I hired my chief marketing officer, Sam, back in June, she had been with me part-time for about a year before that. She had slowly kind of been doing more and more and more, and then she went full-time in June. We set up a weekly half-hour meeting that we still do, where I give her feedback on things, she asks me questions on things. It saves us both a ton of time so that we don't have all these back and forths regarding email and getting things done. Instead, we come to the meeting prepared, we come to the meeting knowing what we want to talk about. We know that we can get it done quickly, rather than having to have a whole bunch of back and forth and feedback that's when you're between sessions, or when you're busy, or when it just comes to mind. Instead, it's planned out. All right, so I wanted to share with you how I use Trello in particular to keep track of what my assistants are doing. So Trello has an app on the phone, and it has these things called boards. And so I'm going to walk you through what mine and Sam's board is. And so Sam and I have a board that we share, and there's lists within it. And so we have these lists. So there's like a list. So a list is her to-do list. And then we have what she's currently working on, what's ongoing, so things that aren't time limited. We have things that she's finished that I then need to give feedback on, so I can jump in and know exactly what I need to do. We also have ideas that I have that I'm putting in there that she doesn't have to take any action on. We have the completed area, and then we have resources and tools. Now what's nice about this is those cards within each of them, that what they can do, let me go back to the to-do list. So let's see. This is why you can't procrastinate another month. Facebook Live, turn into a YouTube video or blog. So yesterday I did a Facebook Live that was all about why you shouldn't procrastinate. So what I'll do is I'll download that video, put it up into Dropbox. She then takes it and runs with it. So I put that in there. So say I wanted to do a date on there. I just click the little plus button, and say I wanted to have that done by tomorrow, I would put the due date in there. Or if there's a checklist I needed to do, or if say someone else from my team like Emily or Allison had to work on something, I might add them to that card. So this keeps us all organized so that we know exactly where we're at any different stage of the projects that we're working on. It saves so much time, it helps you understand exactly where things are at, and then you're giving feedback in a way that is a little more clear. Also, Trello is totally free to use. There's a video link to that Trello walkthrough within this Facebook Live comments. But I would love to hear more about what you guys think, what you're wondering about. So if you have any more questions about adding assistants, feel free to drop us a message through Practice of the Practice, or within Facebook, or comments on YouTube, wherever this ends up. And we would love to hear more for how you're implementing these things as well. Thanks for letting me into your ears and into your brain. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon.